Moving over. Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Hey, how's it going, man?
I gotta mute the stream.
Hey, Mango. First of all, thank you very much for coming in, man. I greatly appreciate your time.
What's up?
Hey, man. All right, man. So how much time can you spend on the stream today?
I can do a nice amount. Not
All
too
right.
long.
All right, man. Greatly appreciate it then. All right, man. So first of all, I wanna go over a couple things related to Armada and you and the relationship between you guys. So first question of the day: can you give me a general overview on Armada as a person to you, not as a player?
Say it again. Sorry.
Can you give me a general overview on Armada for you? Like, what do you think of Armada as a person, not as a player?
Is it just a person?
Yes.
I think me and Armada are like polar opposites as like people. He's like really serious, and I don't know. He's just a really serious person. I'm like the total opposite. So we're like, you know, just super different, just super opposite basically as people.
So, do you consider him a friend? Do you consider him a rival? And you know,
I think we hate each other, but we also really love each other. But I think the hate, I don't know, I really hate Armada sometimes. Like the whole retirement thing, I just want to like punch him.
really, why?
Well, because he retired and then went to every tournament anyway. So I don't get it.
Well, I remember. Oh, you can keep going.
No, it's just, yeah, basically retired and then went to every tournament he would have went to anyway. So and now he's like back, so it's like he's silly.
Okay. So I have another question. I remember that you went to Europe around to play Armada, shortly after he retired, right? And he didn't enter the tournament, right? But
Right.
you did manage to play him in friendlies. Like, how did that go? I didn't really watch them, but I remember that there were like a lot of videos about them, but I didn't personally watch them.
Yeah, he definitely got the better of me that time. And I can't say anything of why it happened because then everyone just says John's.
Okay.
So I accept it, and then I beat him at Evo, so I think it like cancels it out.
Okay.
People still like to link me those videos of me getting 4-stock every once in a while. But then I just link on my Evo trophy, and it's like, it's alright.
You linked into your Evo trophy.
So it's whatever.
Though, where do you have that trophy? Where is it?
It's over there.
Oh, it's like, oh, that's a convenient place to show. Like, when people come over, do you show them that?
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time. What do people say that about such a trophy? You know, if they're not related to the Smash community, you know, like random people in general.
Well, basically, like everyone in my life knows. Like, most of my friends, all my friends are basically in Smash community, and like my family knows about it. So I don't really meet too many people who are like, oh, you do this, you do that. But like my girlfriend's family, like I don't know, they saw it. They think it's a really because I don't know if you ever felt the Evo trophy, but it weighs like 50 pounds. So it's like super legit and nice. So everyone just says it's like a super nice trophy.
I see. I see. Have you ever talked to someone about your activity? You know, like, because do you view Smash as your job, for example? Your just more than a game or an activity.
Well, it's not really my job. I mean, I guess kind of is because it's like my only income. But yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, everyone knows I do it, and like when people find out I do it, they usually think it's pretty cool. So I mean, it's not like, you know, I get made fun of or anything. So yeah.
Have you ever talked to someone, for example, about Smash, and they literally tell you or discredit you for what you do? Like, they take off the weight that what you do is less important than, say, doing a more traditional activity like maybe soccer or anything like that. Have you ever had to deal with someone like that?
Everyone's pretty cool about it. I mean,
okay.
I think like most. Well, especially if you're a guy, I think like every guy thinks it's really cool, like to be a pro gamer. So most like bros understand and think it's really awesome that I get to like travel and stuff.
Nice.
And the girls, who cares about the girls, right?
Hey man.
Work yourself out.
So a lot of people in the chat want to know if you're gonna teach your son how to play Smash in the future.
I think if Melee's still around in 10 years, which, you know, I think it will be because it's Melee, then, you know, I would love to like play with him. Well, what I want to do is when he's old enough, I just want to give him a controller in the game, and I want to see what character he like picks without And if he picks like a stupid character, I'm just gonna be so upset.
What if he's like, Fox is cool, he has a gun.
Say it again.
Let's say, for example, in the case that he picks Fox and he says, Fox is cool, he has a gun.
Then that's good enough for me. As long as it's not like Kirby or something, I'll be so heartbroken.
Oh man.
But everything is good. Any top tier is good.
Alright, awesome. So, now, what are your thoughts on Armada as a player?
Well, as a player, I mean, he's amazing. Can't really say anything else about it.
Now, what do you think of the actual matchup? Peach against Spaceys? Yeah.
I think Peach Falco is not too bad. I think most Falcos can't do the matchup except PP. PP's like the one who I've ever seen do that matchup real properly. But I think Fox's, I think that's still bad for Peach, and people like to say it's really bad. But when it's Armada's Peach, I think it's I think he does really well. It's just like when he gets camped, it's really hard. It's hard for any floaty like Puff or Peach when they get camped. But I mean, he still has like the perfect death combo. Well, when he's practicing, he has the perfect death combos. So if you camp him for a whole stock, he just needs his one dash attack to set up, and he'll kill you anyway. So I think he's really good against him. I think he does fine with the disadvantage, and it's not really too. I think at top level, there's no like character matchups become less important. It just becomes player versus player at the top level. So I don't think it really affects him as much as it would like a mid-level Peach.
I see. That's very interesting insight. Now, what is your top 5 tier list in Melee?
Like character-wise?
Yes, character-wise.
I'm not a tier list person. I just feel like the top 7, you know, Sheik, Marth, Spaceys, you know, Puff, Falcon. ICs, I guess. I think ICs suck, but I think all of them, like, the way I've always explained it is like I call it, it's like my little theory. I call it Smash School. So it's like all the top characters, they all go to the same school, right? So they all had like the same requirements to get in. It's just like some of the characters have to work a lot harder in school. So it's like Falcon's like the idiot and he's really dumb. Like Spaceys are like the jocks, you know. They can get away with more silly things and like just pass, you know. But at the end of the day, like everyone's capable of, you know, doing the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone has the same tools. This is what Spaceys, you know, and like other characters, it's a little easier. But if they can all do it, then I don't think difficulty of how hard it is to execute should really come into play. So I think all the characters are, you know, you can win with any of them if you really want to.
That's very interesting insight. Now,
that's why I think Hax is stupid with his whole
20XX thing.
His whole mindset just makes me so mad. He's so dumb.
What is his mindset? What are you exactly referring to?
Well, just like his whole only Fox is gonna like, you know, and I think that's silly, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay. What do you think of his? No, actually, I have a different question for this one. When I usually talk to Jason, you know, Mewtwokin, he usually says that Falco is the best character in the game. Do you share the same opinion, perhaps? Or I know you have a different opinion in tier lists, but what do you think of Falco in that way?
He said Falco's the best?
Yes, he usually says that Falco is the best in the game.
You know, I think Falco, I've always said, as time goes on, Falco will get better and Fox will get worse, which is like completely total 20XX, whatever.
Yeah.
I just feel like Falco will always have guaranteed stuff. Like, he'll always have, like, you know, laser grab, shine combos. That will always be the same. And, like, he'll always have lasers. No matter what, like, he'll have lasers. I think lasers will always forever be, like, broken. Well, not broken, but really freaking good. So I feel like I know what he's saying when he says Falco's the best. I mean, Falco's amazing. But, like I said, I don't really think there is one particular best character. So I won't agree with that. But I know why he said that, because, I mean, Falco is amazing.
I see. Now, I remember that you were first known as a Jigglypuff player, and then you transitioned over to Space Animals. Now, why did you first decide to do such a thing? Make the transition?
Why'd I switch?
Yes, because you were already winning with Jigglypuff.
Well, the original reason I picked up, because I always played Puff, that's the only character I played. And then, when I was like 16, 17, I hate the Puff Falco matchup. So I picked up Falco just for Falco Dittos. That's why I really like Falco Dittos. But he would never come out only against Falco I would use him because I don't like that matchup. And then I remember after I won after I won Pound 3 and like after I won ROM, people are like, oh, he only does it because no one knows how to fight Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff's broken, or what all the dumb Jigglypuff hate that she gets. So I was like, okay, I don't want to be known as. I want to show people that I can win. Not with just the gimmick. So then I played Falco, and then I kept winning, and then everyone had to accept that I'm actually good, and I'm not just banking on Puff's gimmicks. So that's the main reason I did it, was just to shut everyone up.
Now, did you always play Falco before that, or did you just pick him up one day and then train?
Well, growing up, I played. Well, when I was little, I wanted to play Ice Climbers. Actually, I wanted to be an Ice Climber.
Okay.
Like when I first saw the game, and I just saw, because I'm not really like into Nintendo characters, so I didn't really have like a Nintendo, like a favorite Nintendo character going in. Like some people like Link and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that, so I just saw Ice Climbers, and I thought there was 2 of them, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. So I tried playing them, and then I didn't like them. I was like, oh. So then I actually, like, Fox is the first character I ever made, and I was like 12. And then I played Fox and Mario for a long time. That's why I really like Mario. And then from there I saw the King's Puff combo video.
Oh,
and then
man.
I saw Puff, and then that's the reason I play Puff.
Right. So, how much time did you start putting into Falco, or when you made the transition? Yeah.
When I started switching over to Falco?
Yes. How much time did you put into?
I just like completely stopped playing Puff, and I just started playing Falco, Falcon. I just like played them over Puff. I like never played Puff. When I started like playing other characters, I like 100% just dropped Jiggly.
I see. Now, you already mentioned Mario, and a lot of people want to know this one. Can you tell us about Scorpion Master 18?
the story of like his origin?
Yes, you can give us the whole story.
So for those of you who know Dunk's house, it's a place where we used to go to play Smash. And I was there one day, which is me and Smoke Two Joints. Back when Smoke Two Joints was a scrub. And I always beat him with like, I would go Donkey Kong and like stupid characters and just like beat him. And then I went Mario, and I'm like, oh man, Mario's really fun. So and then we just decided to make it a whole joke. Like, okay, we'll say, because I figured out my Mario was really good. So I was like, okay, maybe I can like beat all the current players with Mario right now. So we decided to just make it a joke and like make him a like a fake Smashboards account, and like I will talk different and like just have a whole different persona and see if people fall for it. And then it just ended up working. It was real funny because I made a Smashboards account for him, and people were like, that's Mango, but I was like playing it off so well on Smashboards. I was like, no, this is me. My name is Joshua. That was his name, by the way. And I'm like, no, and I would type like really nice and like use commas.
Oh my god! Wow.
No Mango stuff, just real nice. And then like,
nope.
Okay, so I messaged a moderator, the guy who banned me. I forgot who it was. I think it might have been Tech Zero, and I messaged him as Scorpion Master, and I was like, hey dude, like, why'd you ban me? And I was like, why'd you ban me? Like, I'm not Mango, I swear. And he's like, okay, if I find out you're Mango, then I'm gonna ban you. So I got unbanned, and then the joke just kept going on, and then until finally it just like got revealed. But I think it's funny because I'll go on just random videos and like people still don't know who Scorpion Master is. So like his legacy will forever live on.
That's really funny. I remember you actually entered one of the Genesis with a Scorpion Master tag. If I'm not mistaken, right?
Genesis?
Yeah, I believe you did at one of the tournaments.
Not Genesis.
I believe you entered one national Scorpion Master. I remember.
Oh, Apex, yeah.
Which one?
It was Apex 2010. Like, cause I quit after I won Pound 4. I basically, like most people don't know that like I just like completely stopped playing the game. So I wasn't gonna go to tournaments, but like people always wanted me to. So they paid for my flight and stuff, so I went. But I was like, I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna go Mario. And then that's the tournament I went Mario. I got like I was really hungover, but my Mario could have placed better, but whatever.
So your thoughts on Mario and against the actual top 7 in the game? What do you think about that?
I think Mario like secretly like he's like the definition of a mid tier. Like he has all his stuff's like almost really good, but at the end it's just like okay, and like you can win with it. I think like he could be like I think if I got my Mario in really like top shape, I would be able to compete with like Mewtwo King Sheik and like PB's Falco. Like I'm not saying I would win, but I think they would make for like I wouldn't just get destroyed just because I think Mario like has a fighting chance. I think he's not bad at all. But at the end of the day, he's still Mario. So
I see. I see. And are we ever gonna see the Mario again?
You know, I'm actually. This is a secret, but I'll let a little sneak peek out. Is because I'm tired of playing Mewtwo King on FD with Spaceys. So I'm debating if I just want to go Mario on FD against Mewtwo King, and I'll just play Sheik with Mario. But
I mean, try it, man.
I'm still brainstorming right now, so I don't know.
Is it really that bad to fight Jason on Final Destination?
At Spaceys?
Yes. Is it really that impossible?
With Fox, I think it's really, really, really hard. I think it's doable. You just have to be playing really well. But I think Falco, it's not that bad. It's like a 6.5 advantage for like Marv. I think Falco does way better, like infinitely better against Marv. That's why you'll see PP like he's taking a lot of matches off Jason with Falco because you can still like laser lock the crap out of Marv one. So it's not that bad with Falco, but with Fox it's rough because you have to approach every time. You have like no way of getting him to shield, so you have to approach, and then if you mess up, you're dead. So it's like, yeah. Falco definitely has the advantage.
Seems very, very rough. So alright, that's cool. So we can expect a lot of craziness out of that Final Destination pick. Have you ever considered maybe going someone like Falcon, perhaps?
Well, I'd rather do Mario Sheik than Falcon Sheik. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm not going Spaces anymore. So I'm either gonna start playing Puff or Mario or someone. I'm just not doing Spaces anymore, though.
I see. That's very understandable. Now, a lot of people want to know your thoughts on the Fox and Falcon matchup. I guess for either side, because you play both characters.
From like just either?
Yes.
I love the matchup from both sides. I actually like really enjoy doing it from either. And I feel like the matchup's like super duper even, but like Fox wins. It's 50-50, but Fox like barely wins. But like, and then when I think of it, it's like, well, Falco also wins too. It's just you have to play them. It's like there's so many ways to play the matchup that it's just whoever's playing it better that match will like win. So it's actually like one of my favorite matchups in the game. It's a lot of fun, and you can outplay the other person really hard and just like destroy them.
Do you think either character has an edge over the other one depending on the level of play?
I think the way it works is at like lower level to like medium to almost high level. I think Falco destroys Foxes. Like every Fox like struggles with Falco because they just don't know how to. They don't know what it's like. Like they get laser locked real bad, and they don't know. Well, not anymore. Like before, it's because Foxes didn't know what to do out of shield, and they got stuck. But Foxes know what to do out of shield now. But I think Falco definitely wins it until a certain level, and then it just becomes even.
I see. Now, what are your thoughts on like outside of Smash, outside of like everything we know in the game, but in actual people? Have you ever like met someone in the Smash community and you've been like, I don't know, hated that person? Who do you hate? That's my next question. Yes, who do you hate?
Well, there's the obvious answer, but I mean.
No. No, I don't want you to answer that though. I think we can all.
Yeah, I actually don't mind like most people in the community. Like, even like as a person, I don't really like disliking people because it just takes a lot of. It takes a lot of energy to not like someone, and as I get older, I realize that like it's just silly to hate someone. It's like whatever, you can be retarded, but I'll just ignore you because it's too much to just like hate someone forever. So I mean, I don't really like. There's no one I really hate in the community. I mean, there's people who annoy me, but I wouldn't say I hate them. I just wouldn't hang out with them, I guess you would say.
I see.
But I definitely don't hate. I don't think I actually hate anyone.
Yeah, that's very understandable. It definitely takes a lot of energy out of someone to just go and hate anybody. I don't think we are like on the times to do that anymore. Now, is there like who are your top 3 bros in the Smash community? That's another question I'm getting.
Bros. I have because I traveled so much, and like I'm really good at like making friends. Like if I hang out with someone for a night, we'll usually become like really good buddies. So like I've traveled, and I have like basically like bros, really like close friends. Or like I call them close Smash friends, close Smash buddies that I have in like every state. So like just in every state, I have like my little crowd that that I would prefer. There's a bunch of people. There's a lot to name.
I see. Now, I know that you enjoy doing a lot of things outside of the game too as well, right? So, what is the craziest thing you've done before a tournament or after a tournament? That's another question I'm getting right now.
Craziest thing?
Yes, because PP told us a really crazy story, and I'm pretty sure you have a lot of them too.
I mean, I have tons of crazy drinking stories that I'd rather not share.
You'd rather not. Oh, come on, man. People want to know at least one of them.
Well, I mean, there's tons of drinking stories, but I'm not allowed to tell them anymore because the scene's so professional.
The scene is so professional.
The scene is so professional now that I can't reveal my drunken stories anymore.
Oh man, is it that 20XX? That high bit.
It's 220XX.
Oh man, that's okay though. I understand. I appreciate your consideration with that. That's fine. Sorry guys, that's an unprecedented question. Banned. All right, of course. Now I remember that a lot of people say that Jigglypuff is like unbeatable in Dreamland 64, and pretty sure you have a different thought of the.
Who said that?
Hmm?
Who said that?
A lot of people that I play with. Maybe I'm playing with the wrong ones.
That Puff is unbeatable?
Yes, or almost unbeatable on 64.
No, I mean I don't think so.
Can you give us some insight, perhaps?
There's just like tons of room to run around against her, and like tons of space. Like she'll live a little longer, but if you're good at killing her, it's not an issue. If you have an issue killing Puff, then yeah, you won't be able to beat her on Dreamland.
I see. That's very understandable. So you think that what do you think is the best way to beat Jigglypuff in general? Are you supposed to run things?
There's tons of ways to do it. I mean, because sometimes when I play Hungry Box, sometimes I'll shoot a lot of lasers. Sometimes I'll just approach a bunch. Because she's really not that good of a character once you know what she's gonna do. Because she's very obvious. Like she's obvious. Like you always know what she's gonna do. So you just have to punish her for that. And I feel like me playing Puff, because like Puff's one of my favorite matchups with a lot of characters, just because I've played her and I like know what she's about, and you don't fall for any of the little Puff gimmicks basically.
Oh yeah, I see. All right, man. That's a very good answer. Now, a lot of people were also wondering on Captain Falcon for you, because I know you like to play Captain Falcon quite a bit, and I just want to know,
Oh, like
your general thoughts on your general thoughts on Captain Falcon. A lot of people say that, especially in the top level, they think that Captain Falcon can now win a national.
No, I wish I had enough time to put into the game, because the one thing I've always wanted to do is like win a big tournament with Falcon. Because like when I play Falcon, like I went through a period like where I played Falcon exclusively, and like just playing him, like I feel like he's so amazing. He's like the only character in the game who can like just hit you and like destroy you like straight up. So I feel like I'll always be a Falcon believer. I feel like some matchups are a little hard, but if you're playing really good, you can work around it. Because Falcon's always one read away from the stock. Like he just needs like in a good stock, he just needs like 2 good reads and he'll take the stock. So the hard thing is just hitting the reads all the time. But like imagine if every read you ever every tech opportunity or every read you ever had to get, like imagine a Falcon match and imagine they hit every read. It's like they're gonna win the match. It's just it's hard to hit the reads all the time.
I see. So you mentioned before that you dislike it at Hex's mentality on Falcon and 20XX. Well, do you think that there's a general mentality on people on spaces right now where they only think they can only win with spaces? Like people.
Well, I don't think people realize like how hard it is to actually play spaces. Like there's a bunch of stuff like easy stuff like that like works at like low level spaces. Like something I just see a lot off the top of my head is just like when a spacey does a get up shine, that destroys like 95% of the Smash community. Like that like when people are like against a Falco and they like go for something, they just get up shined and it's like 70%, and that like destroys a lot of people. But like so they have like all these little tricks that immediately make them good, but like they're still really hard to play. Like until you play them and you try to put work into them, you realize that it's not as easy as like other people make it look. Like there's a lot going on with spaces. And like the whole recovery thing, like you have to have good recovery. Like you basically don't get any freebies. Like if you don't know how to recover, you're just not gonna win. And like having to tech like while you're getting comboed and like having to tech things is like another thing people don't really talk about. If you miss your techs, you're gonna die. Like you have to hit the right tech, and then you have to tech, and then you have to like mix it up on your tech so that you don't get like tech chase. So there's all these little things that are you don't realize about spaces until you play them, and that they're actually pretty difficult.
I see. So you mentioned that spaces have to recover well. What is in your opinion recovering well with Fox and Falco? You mean, what do you exactly mean?
Well, I have a theory that
okay,
that you should never ever get edge guarded as space animals, because they have so many options that all you have to do is react accordingly, and you'll never get edge guarded. Like if you watch me in my good matches, like I'll never get edge guarded. Like I think like if you just go watch any of my matches where I'm playing really well, like my recovery's on point, and like just I'm so hard to edge guard because like sometimes you're gonna get edge guard, but like you can avoid it most of the time because they have like forward B, they can shorten their forward B. They can angle, it goes all these different ways. Like there's just so much, and if you get edge guarded, you just kind of get outplayed. Like once you're off the level, once you get a spacey off the level, it becomes a whole other game, and you just have to like either bait them or trick them into doing what you want. And if you don't, then they're just gonna recover for free.
So do you think there's like untapped potential on side B shortening? Like for example, using side B to trick people and pressing V again to shorten at the right time. I don't see a lot of people actually use it more than just technical trick. Do you think?
So, what are you asking?
I'm just asking if you think there's any untapped potential to side B in general by shortening. Yeah. Okay.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's basically a mix-up is all it is.
Okay.
Because usually you can punish it, but you have to like read it, and sometimes you can't though. Sometimes it's like the best option, and you just get away for free.
So, who is the best person edge guard in the spaces, in your honest opinion?
As a character or like a player?
Player.
I feel like I have the hardest time against. I mean, I feel like all the top players are really good at edge guarding. It's a big part of the game, so they're all obviously good. But I think the best. I feel like Jason Armada might be. Well, Jason's whole game is like edge guarding, so I might give it to him.
I see. Who do you think is like one of the out of the top 5 players? Who do you think is the one that relies the most on in-stage gameplay to beat other top players? Like you mentioned how Mewtwo is very good on the ledge, and he relies on being able to throw people off the stage and kill them. So who's that one player that relies on outplaying someone in the neutral stance?
In like just a neutral game?
Yes.
Me.
You think so?
I'm all about the neutral game, dude.
You think so? Now, there's actually a lot of videos about your dash dancing, and do you have any tips on dash dancing? How do you dash dance? What is your thought process on dash dancing? Because I see you dash dancing, I see you pressing, I see you slamming that stick. I don't understand what's going on.
Basically when I dash dance, to be honest, I usually just do it to kind of like be funny, and then I just work with it, kind of thing.
Really?
Because I just do it, like, I'll just do it in their face, and I'll just be like... And then I just, like... And then once I'm doing it, like... Once I'm doing it, I was like, okay, what can I do with this situation? And then... They usually do something dumb. Everyone always does something dumb. Like, everyone in their, like, brain is, Everyone, like... in their brain is so used to like being attacked or something, so when you don't attack even for like a second, it throws off all their timings, and they'll usually just do something dumb. Usually when I'm going for like a good, like when I'm trying to, because you can dash dance for like 10 different purposes. When I like to dash dance, I like to do a lot of baits with my dash dance, so I'll just try and bait them into doing something silly just by like spacing a dash dance, which is really good. So, yeah.
I see. Now that's a very surprising answer. I didn't really expect you to say I dash dance to be funny, but then I try to trick them too and work with what I have. That's actually a very like.
Well, because like against the top players, like if you just throw basic stuff at them, it's like it's not gonna work because they're all used to it. So sometimes I like to call it a like you call it being a noob, and like you just do noob things or like just these random things, and then it just hits them because they're just not ready for it, you know. And then it becomes more of a game about reactions instead of being like a game about muscle memory.
I see.
Because I feel like if it comes down to like reactions and smarts, I'm a lot better than the other top players. But like they have other stuff way better than me. Like they'll know what to do more so in like a situation. Whereas like me, I'll just like try to do something crazy that might work or might not. Where the top, well, like Meech King, Armada, like PP, they'll just go for like they're bread and butter, you know. Like they'll always go for like just what's standard and what they think's gonna work, which is which is probably the best way to play the game. But I feel like if I can make it a battle of not bread and butter and just like let's just like fight like a street fight, like if I can make it like that, then I definitely like I feel like I beat all of them in that aspect.
So now you mentioned a street fighter, right? So that leads me to my next question. Do you think that every top player represents an animal? Now,
represents an animal?
Yes. Now, who are you and who are the other top 5 players?
Off my head, it's like I don't know. Meech King's like a well, Meech King's like a I don't know. He's something that never moves.
Sloth.
Like a hippo.
No, that's not Jason. But wait, the sloth, is hanging on the trees, right? And he's waiting for someone.
I was thinking about sloth.
Yeah. All right, you can keep going.
I mean, I don't know about this question. I just know I'm an eagle. I call dibs on eagle.
All right, you're an eagle. You're an eagle. Maybe Hungerbox is an eagle because he plays Jigglypuff. Maybe.
Hungerbox is like a. I don't know. This question's too much for me.
That's fine. That's fine.
Next question.
All right. A lot of people want to know your thoughts on Smash 4. You can go. You can give me your honest opinions in it. You don't have to hide anything back.
I'm not really looking forward to it, to be honest. Like what does Lovage always say? Lovage always says, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me."
Oh man.
So it's like anyone who was around when Brawl came out, like being so like everyone was so excited for it, and then it just came out, and it didn't meet a lot of people like what we expected. And it's like I just don't want to get like I'll probably play it, but I'm not like really. I don't want to be excited for it, and then it comes out, and I'm just like, oh, this isn't. Because I feel like nothing will ever beat Melee, so it's like I'm not too excited about it. I don't know, and then you have to buy like a Wii U to play, so it's like I really have no. I'm not excited for it at all, but we'll see what happens.
Now I was talking to PP about Smash 4, and I mentioned to him that the very first thing I was gonna do when I get my Wii U, because I'm only getting a Wii U for Smash 4, right? So I'm gonna take the Wii U out of the box, right? Plug it onto my CRT.
Right.
I'm gonna pick Fox, go in training mode. I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna see if I can jump cancel out of it. If nothing happens, Fox is back acting that game.
Yeah, that's it. Game over.
No, but that's obviously like the most, my thoughts on the. Since I play Space Animals, I'm pretty enthusiastic about them in Melee, but. Overall, I think that Smash 4 will be interesting, at least because we don't know how it's gonna be. And
yeah.
Sakurai did say that he was aiming towards a more balanced aspect in this game. He did say that he made Brawl to be more fit into the console, because you have to remember that the actual console, the Wii, is the console designed for family gaming. Yeah, right? And the Wii U was designed to be a more hardcore console, for the other audience. So he did say he was gonna fit the game to the audience. In this case, a more competitive one. And he actually acknowledged us with the Smash 4 recent direct, where he changed the stages to a Final Destination transformation. What do you think about that? Every stage can be played as FD.
Well, I feel like I'm never going to Meech King's house to play him. He's just gonna want to play on every FD, and it's not gonna be fun.
Yes.
Just imagine Meech King on FD like all day. It's just like no fun.
Do you actually
for an eternity?
Oh, do you actually like playing him in friendlies and whatnot?
Yeah, I love playing Jason.
All right, yeah.
I like playing all the top players because I just like I really don't play friendlies at tournaments just because I've been playing for so long. It's like I only really like I don't know. I like playing them because I have to it forces me to just challenge myself, and it's that's a lot of fun to me. Right. So as long as anyone can make me push me to the limit and make me try, I have a lot of fun with that.
That's awesome.
I don't mind playing any of them.
So another thing that came out of the direct that was really interesting was the fact that we finally got a knowledge, right? We got a knowledge for the competitive community that we are, the Smash Bros. Community. They actually have an online mode now that will feature only competitive matches on 1v1 settings with no items. Now, are you actually excited about the fact that Nintendo at least acknowledges the Smash community and its competitive side? Do you? Yes, you
Yeah, I
can
mean, I
go.
guess that's pretty sweet. I guess.
All right,
Yeah, I don't really.
that's fine.
I'm not anti-Nintendo person. I think they're really lame sometimes.
All right, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
They gave us Melee, so I can't truly hate them.
They gave us Melee, so that's Oh, okay. A lot of people want to know your thoughts on Project M.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Project M. It's too clunky. It's like too I don't know. It's just too clunky for me. If you know what that means. It just doesn't move right, and everything's a lot easier. It's just like Melee on training wheels.
That's a funny analogy. That's a funny analogy.
I like in my life playing PM. I've like never missed an L cancel in PM. It's just everything's so much easier, and I like the idea of it. I just don't get why people try to make a game like Melee instead of playing Melee. I think they make it just so the people who aren't good at Melee can try and be good at this game. Because nobody wants to put the. I think PM is probably a lot easier. A lot easier to get good at than Melee. So it's like, you know, nobody wants to put the work into playing Melee. So they just made PM, and it's like everyone can be good at it kind of thing. Which I don't really respect. But I mean, if you like it, I'm not like bashing it or anything.
A lot of people actually want to know your thoughts on Brawl. I don't know what you have to say, but you can go on if you have anything to say.
Brawl, I mean, I don't know. I haven't played Brawl in a long time. I know that I definitely do not like it. I think if Melee didn't exist, then I think Brawl would be a better game. But Melee exists, so it's like I can't see past it.
I see. So is Melee the favorite game you've ever played, like your actual favorite game?
Well, I think by default it doesn't really count because it doesn't count because it's obviously like my favorite game. But like, I really like Counter-Strike's also like another one of my like all-time favorite games. But Melee is just like default #1 because I put so much of my life into the game.
I see. So, what's gonna happen with you when Smash 4 comes out, right? And because when Smash 4 comes out, the first thing that's gonna happen is that everyone's gonna be over that game. You know, every single media and everything's gonna be on top of that. So, are you actually gonna split up your time to play Smash 4 and Melee? Are you gonna maybe put Melee more on the side? What are you gonna do?
Well, I feel I don't want to like get into it, but I feel like Melee's gonna slow down a little naturally. Like when Brawl came out, it'll take people time to decide if they want to play Melee or not. So for a while, Melee might not be as like big, but it might be just because it's so crazy big right now. That I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't plan on getting good at it unless Mewtwo King thinks he's really good, and then I'm just gonna play just strictly to beat Jason. That's my only. And Armada too. If they think they're good, then I just want to beat them, and that's it.
That's very cool. And if you do so, will you ever consider Mario, perhaps?
Hold on. What?
Sure.
What? Hold on. What were we saying? Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I was saying that if you wanted to, you know, get good at that game because of Mewtwo King and Armada, will you consider Mario to help you in your journey?
I'm just gonna play whoever I like. I don't really have a. I have no preference going in. I feel like I'll have to play Fox and Falco because I have Fox and Falco tattoos. So hopefully they're good.
Hopefully. So, are you a big fan of tattoos in general?
Yeah, they're fun.
What do you like about them?
Well, I just like that you can put anything on your body, and it's like, even if it's dumb or whatever, it's like, it doesn't matter because if you like it, that's all that matters.
It's like a way of expressing. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's just a way of expressing yourself, and it doesn't really. It's just for you, basically. Because that's all they're for. They're just for you.
That's a nice way to put it. Can I ask you a favor?
What?
Can you move your camera a little bit up?
Is it falling down?
Yes, a little bit. That's perfect. Yeah, thank you. All right. Next question. Now we gather your thoughts on Project M and Brawl, and Melee as well. But there's this one game that came before all of those games, and the Smash Brothers universe, and that's Smash 64. You ever try that game?
I think Smash 64 is the second best game in the series. I really like 64.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, what do you like from that game? Who do you main? Who do you use?
Just I think it's really close to Melee in a way, except that you can die at any point. But I just enjoy it. I think it's a fun game. I think at competitive levels, from the matches I've seen, I think it's real lame. And well, I guess you have to play that game lame because if you get hit, you die. But I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's very understandable. Alright, Mango. Now, before we close out the interview, I wanna ask you one more thing. What should we expect from you, from what's coming from the year? Like, what is gonna be your mentality in the upcoming tournaments? Say MLG, CEO, Evo, and the like.
For
yes, for the Melee.
for the big ones.
Yes, for the Melee. What are you gonna do for that tournament?
I think well, I mean, I really want to win just because like people were already counting me out, basically saying that I can't like win anymore or whatever. So I really do want to try. I'm gonna try my hardest to win. So we'll see.
All right, man, that's awesome. All right, so before we finish up this interview, do you have anything else you want to say or add?
No.
All right, man, that's fine. All right, Mango, I really want to appreciate your time here and thank you for coming up on the stream.
Yeah.
Alright, man. I wish you the best of luck this weekend's tournament. Hopefully you beat Jason at least in PM.
Oh, that's right. We're gonna be playing this weekend, probably.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you one tip though. If you can you please shoot lasers on him in PM against his Mewtwo?
Why?
Just do it. Just do it.
I probably won't enter PM. I don't know. We'll see.
Alright, I just wanted to see if you were able to beat his Mewtwo because he thinks the matchup is unwinnable for Fox.
For Spacey?
Yes.
Well, see now I have to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wanted to see that fire. All right, man. All right, man. Good luck in then. Thank you.